Hi everyone, I'm using Gregory Scott's Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards with the base of the pack, and I'll also choose one from the gods, goddesses and angels as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. There we have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Swords. So the King of Pentacles, this is a guide, this is the energy that is helping us to alchemize lower thought forms that rob us of happiness. We're in the eclipse season, so we're in this portal moving from the solar eclipse in Aries to the full lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So there may be some challenges in our life that are really taking all our attention away from the prosperity of life, robbing us of our peace. The Two of Wands, she's stepping through that doorway there, focusing on her crystal ball, looking into the future, looking into the clarity of that crystal ball. So as we clear our minds, and we have energy bodies, we've got the spiritual, the mental, emotional and physical. And as we have thoughts, every single thought will create a reaction in our body. So when we're having thoughts that rob us of joy, that take our energy away, maybe worrisome thoughts, fearful thoughts, those thoughts, that thought band starts to communicate with our emotional band, and we will feel those thoughts within our body. They'll cause a reaction, and those thoughts come through with a feeling, and we'll feel it at certain points within the body. So the more we have those thoughts, the more we have those feelings that react to those thoughts and feel it within our physical body. So after time, the same thought, the same feeling creates a dis-ease within our bodies. So during this time of the eclipse being in Scorpio, the sign of death and rebirth, and the moon is in the star constellation, the very tip of Libra, which is the scales of justice. And whenever I see the star constellations in close proximity to any cosmic event, we know we're being asked to really bring ourselves into alignment, to pay attention to this. So the star constellation of Libra is the scales of justice, and whenever the scales of justice appear in these cosmic events, we know Mahat, the goddess of cosmic justice, is paying attention, is reminding us, is guiding us into looking into our hearts at whatever we are carrying that is creating an heaviness within us. Because we have these beautiful cards here, but we have a thought form that is robbing us of this. Mahat weighs our heart in the scales, our heart on one side, ostrich feather in the other side of the scales, and if our heart is weighing heavier than the ostrich feather, we are holding something that we have not dealt with in this lifetime, some karma, some unhealed experience. So we're being asked to really look into our hearts at what is weighing heavy, what is robbing us of being able to sit there in full happiness and well-being and alignment. He has a green cloak which represents the heart chakra, and the message I'm receiving from this is follow your heart. It will lead you into prosperity. Come out of your head, because that will rob us. If it is a place of fear, it's going to rob us from this, from all this beauty. To keep our minds crystal clear as we are moving through. You can see she's moving through a doorway there, a gateway, and this is the gateway of the eclipse. So during this time, be mindful of what thoughts that we're having and how they are affecting us within our emotions, and how those emotions, and how we feeling those emotions at whatever part of our body. And if there's already some disharmony within the body, know that trace it back to a thought form, ask for guidance there. Trace it back. What thoughts are we having before this pain started to come into our body? It could be 4 years, it could be even longer. It takes time for those emotions and those thoughts to really cause a dis-ease within our body. But any thoughts there that are not life-giving, it's time to transmute them. Scorpio is death and rebirth. So it's the death of this. It's the death of putting energy to something or some situation that is really not giving us life. The base of the pack is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, this wonderful energy of mysticism, divine magic. The lion there, and today the moon is in Leo. That passion, focus on that passion. From that passion, when it is in a place of alignment, creates wonderful joy in our lives. She is a mystic. You can see she has a familiar, she has a cat there. She is casting that energy, casting spells, using her energy to create joyful life, a love-filled life. And then we have the Strength card, and in this card you can see the brain there is full of barbed wire. Those thoughts that really hurt. But we have an angel there assisting us to clear and purify our thoughts. This is the Strength card. When we change our thoughts to life-giving thoughts, it changes the chemical reaction within our body. And there the infinity symbol is there, as above so below, making sure that we're keeping those thoughts in an empowering way, in an empowering place, that we are constantly doing the affirmations and the positive statements that I'm strong, I can do this. And as soon as we have those thoughts and say those words, we have that empowerment within our body. And then we have the Hermit, who again is telling us to go within, to listen, to follow our higher heart, to allow that light to shine from within us, out all around us, but a time still of going within during this eclipse season, really doing the inner work, cleansing anything that is weighing heavy within our hearts, within our minds. And then the Six of Pentacles, bringing in prosperity, bringing in balance. And as we come into balance, we come into harmony, we create miracles in our lives. So for today, and Mercury is in retrograde, and it is the planet of communication, so be mindful how we're communicating with ourselves. What are we robbing it from ourselves? Those low vibrational thoughts, or if we are fearful of sharing something, however it will be in your life, just ask for insights. They're there. The energy is one of supreme healing, and these are just thoughts. They are perception. In truth, this is who we are. The divine masculine, the divine feminine, the intuitive and the manifester. So whatever is going on within your mind, or even within your outside world, in your reality, that is robbing you of any kind of peace, ask for healing there. It will come. We're being assisted greatly during this time. So I'm asking now for a message. There we go. The angel of psychic ability. Your intuition is very strong at the moment. So listen to your intuition. Your psychic abilities, your clairvoyance. And with Uranus and Venus in Taurus, it's helping us to cut through the illusions, to cut through the illusion of this, to bring us clarity. And we also have the goddess of strength again, asking us to stand up and empower ourselves, to let go of the heaviness that is no longer relevant. It's not serving us in our lives. Taking the wisdom from it, standing and bringing back your power in this moment from past lifetimes and this lifetime where we gave our power away through fear, through expectation, through our lack of self-love, however it was. In this moment, bring back your power. And this is a card of beautiful strength coming from a place of gentleness, of peace. So we have 3, 10, 19, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34, 7. We're on a universal year of 7, the 7th heaven, and we have 7 cards that we have pulled. So the 7th heaven, bringing heaven to earth. We're going through this evolution, and we can make it so easy for ourselves by being gentle and letting go of hurtful thoughts, spreading our wings in faith, and knowing that we're always divinely supported, divinely guided. So whatever challenges you may be facing, know that they're coming up to be acknowledged, to allow those feelings to surface. And do self-healing during this time. And knowing that those thoughts that take us to worst case scenario are an illusion. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.